What up, y'all? It's DJ Envy.
And I am Gia Casey.
And this is another edition of the KC Crew.
Welcome.
Yes. Shout to everybody that rides with us. And I know you guys, some of you were looking for Pillow Talk. But you're not going to get it this week. And hopefully I'm going to try my best to do it in the next couple of weeks. But I don't know. You know, Irma, our nanny's gone. She went away for 6 weeks. She takes a 6-week vacation. And we've been here fending for ourselves. We got 5 kids, grandma who has dementia, and a dog. Like, shit is rough.
I mean, yeah, it's been a little bit more difficult than usual because we're used to a little bit of help, and all of us mothers need a little bit of help, if not regularly, at least from time to time. I know a lot of you moms out there, especially working moms and moms that come home and cook for their families and whatnot. It's always great when you have grandma or, you know, someone to kind of pitch in, or if you have a good husband who's willing to...
That's me.
Yes, who's willing to do things for you or come home and say, here, boo, you lay down. Here's a remote. Here's a cup of chamomile tea. You relax. I got this. You know, every now and then we need someone to say, I got this.
Right.
And my I got this person is away for 6 weeks. She's been with us for 3 years. This month actually makes 3 years. And every year she takes a 6-week vacation because she has family and business back in the country that she's from. So right now we're making it work. So it's been a lot because all of our children are in a lot of activities and have a lot going on. And we also have a lot going on during the week and on weekends. It's just a very, very busy, hectic household.
Yes, absolutely.
So we were busy this last Sunday. We attended some good friends' baby shower and a close friend's birthday party. So we didn't get back until, you know, the wee hours of the morning.
Right.
And, you know, with Pillow Talk, it's not like we can record it a week before or several days before for you and put it out, because it's all about topics and things that are going on currently.
Right.
So if we did that for you just to get it out on Monday, then it would be, you know, wouldn't be current.
Absolutely.
And it would be stale, and we don't want to give you anything stale. We're going to do our best to put it out during these next few weeks, but that's very hopeful.
Right. And like we said, it's, you know, our nanny's gone. So, I mean, between gymnastics, swimming, dance class, T-ball,
kitty soccer starting up,
Logan playing basketball and training for football, picking up the kids from school, like
martial arts.
There's a lot of shit going on. And I mean, it is crazy. It is crazy. And you remember, we still got the baby that has to be put to sleep, that only wants to sleep in our bed. And,
well, that's a problem now.
And then I can't get none because she's in the middle of us. And
no,
I kind of
Brookie's sleeping in our bed. I cannot believe this is the one baby that slipped through the cracks and actually is getting to sleep in our bed. I vowed that would never happen, but this little baby worked some magic and winds up in our bed at night.
Yeah,
why do you think that is?
Because we ain't got time for it. Like, instead of putting it back, we like, you know what? Let's just put her to sleep and fuck that.
That's what it is. We're lazy.
Absolutely.
That's what it is. With all of the other kids that wanted to come in our beds, we put our foot down. We told them no. We put them back in their cribs. We stayed there for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour. There's times I've slept in the crib just so that they never got accustomed to sleeping in our beds. I would climb in the crib and lay there. And sometimes for the whole night, I would fall asleep there all cramped up and waking up with aches and pains and whatnot. But I've done it. But this baby, it's like she gets in the bed. Neither of us want to get out and go into the nursery and put her back. Then we're like, all right, we'll just let her stay here for about 40 minutes. And 40 minutes, we're both asleep. Then even if I wake up, I'm just like, I can't be bothered.
Yes.
And now she's getting accustomed to sleeping in our bed. So now when we try to take her out, when we do muster up the energy, she's not having it.
No,
she's crying. She's making a fuss. She does everything but throw a tantrum.
Yeah, I mean, it's
we're creating a bad habit. I'm very disappointed in us.
But it's about to stop, though. As soon as I get a little sleep, it's definitely about to stop.
As soon as you get a little sleep.
Yeah, as soon as I get a little sleep, because I can't play with her in that crib and be like putting her in no. As soon as I get a little sleep, it's on and popping. Like, it's that crazy. But we're trying to get it together. We are trying to get it together, and hopefully we will. And, you know, mind you, we still got to clean the house. We're still cleaning the house and trying to maintain this motherfucker. I had to go grocery shopping.
Yeah, you went grocery shopping.
I had to go Trader Joe's, and I forgot so many things. I forgot chocolate.
I gave you a list.
I forgot the Pediasure.
How'd you come back with so many things missing? You had a list.
I don't know. I don't know, but I got to go today. And another thing, you won't hear the babies running in. You know, sometimes, you know, we do the podcast, the babies run in on us and say, hi, mommy. Hi. Well, you're not going to get that because I can't pick them up and do the podcast at the same time. So I have to pick them up after the podcast.
Right. But you know something? I am making it a lot easier on myself by having everything organized the night before. So I pick out the kids' clothes the night before. I lay it out with their underwear, their socks, their shoes. I pack all of their snacks in their lunch boxes the night before. I have it on the kitchen island ready to go. Then all I have to do is make their lunch in the morning, put it in, their sausage, a lot of, you know, their breakfast foods and whatnot. I'm making that the night before. And then when I get up, all I have to do is make their waffles or, you know, their eggs and whatnot. So I'm doing it in a systematic way that's conducive to time, but I'm still getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's
you
crazy.
know, they all have their baths at night. So in the morning, all I have to do is wash their faces, brush their teeth, floss, do their hair, get them dressed, make their breakfast or the rest of it, feed them. But the real problem is getting each one of the kids to their respective schools. Because they all go to different schools except London and Jackson. So first at like 7 a.m., I'm taking Madison to school. Then I got to come back. And then for 8 o'clock, I got to take Logan to school. Then I got to come back. And then for 8:30, I'm taking the babies to school. Then I get back and then I have to take Brooklyn 30 minutes to her school. So it's all of this back and forth. So if I get up any later than like 5:15, I'm screwed. It throws me completely off the schedule. I'm not back in the house until about 9:30, 10 o'clock after I finish dropping everybody off. So,
well, after we do the podcast, you could take a nap and then, because then I got to go pick them.
No, I got cleaning to do, homie.
I got to go pick them up.
I got cleaning to do.
And I'm excited because you know, I'm 5 days.
You just said I'm excited, but you didn't sound excited when you just said it. I don't know what you're excited about, but you didn't convince me.
Like I like 5, like I don't. Well, less than a week, I should say.
Today is Tuesday.
Right. This comes out tomorrow, Wednesday. So less than a week. This motherfucking detox will be over.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. What's the first thing that we're gonna eat? What's the first thing that we're gonna eat?
Well.
No,
I mean, less than 7 days, this detox is over. And I'm pretty happy about my detox, and I'm going to change a lot what of the stuff that I have
now it's
eating.
your detox?
Our detox.
Wow.
Our detox.
You're on this one. I'm only doing this because of you.
And I'm only doing it because of you.
What do you mean you're only doing this? This wasn't my bright idea.
I mean, but you were a soda drinking, so we got you out of drinking soda. You know, you were a sloppy drinking when it came to a lot of things, and we got you out of that mind frame.
Sloppy what?
I said drinker. A sloppy eater.
Oh, okay.
So now, you know, we're going to eat more.
I ate very neat, actually. I don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
I'm talking about the shit that you did eat.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But now, you know, we're going to eat a little healthier, a lot more healthy, I should say.
This guy had the nerve to tell me that he's going to be vegan Monday through Thursday. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, he's going to eat regularly.
Yes, I think I'm going to try that.
You're really going to try to be vegan?
Yeah.
For 4 days out of the week?
I'm going to try, yeah.
You don't think that that's too hard of a line?
We just did it for 30 days.
No, I'm just saying vegan. You're not going to just try to eat healthier, or how flexible are you going to be? Because I have an idea about how I want to eat post detox.
I think I'm going to try. And I'm not going to say try. So, I mean, if I change my mind, I change my mind. I'm just going to try fruit-based and plant-based throughout the week. And then on the weekends will be my whatever.
Fruit-based. So that, you know, that's not vegan necessarily. That's a little bit more extreme than vegan.
Like I'm going to do like, you know, every morning I'm going to have my juice because I have my juice every morning regardless. At lunch I'll have a you know, whether it's quinoa and avocado or it's my butternut squash soup. I'm gonna have things like that. And at night I'll have the same with other fruits. And I'm gonna try that Monday through Thursday. And then Friday is like I'm gonna have my chicken, I'm gonna have my lobster, I'm gonna have my shrimps, I'm gonna have my steak, and that's what I have Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I like it. I mean, I hope that you can do that because that's a big question. People have been asking, okay, so, you know, referring to you, that you lost all of this weight.
22 pounds.
But how are you going to keep it off?
Right.
You know, because obviously you're going to have to resume some kind of normal eating.
Right.
So what's your expected weight gain? Like, what do you think that you're going to gain back? And what would you be satisfied with gaining back?
I think I'll probably gain around between, I say 7 and 10 pounds.
So if you at the end of this, if your lifestyle becomes having only lost 12 pounds, and you maintain that as a lifestyle. Will you be happy with that?
No. I want to keep it down to, I want to gain only 5 pounds. So, during this detox, I haven't been working out. So now I have to get back in the gym because I haven't been doing anything. I just been losing weight, so now it has to start doing cardio. And I think by the time I'm working out, that'll maintain the weight that I want.
So you want to maintain the weight loss with cardio.
Absolutely. And eating better.
Okay. My plan is to just eat healthier.
Okay.
I don't want to put myself in a box and say Monday through Thursday, but I'm probably going to do a lot more cooking than I used to do. Because right now I'm enjoying preparing my foods and preparing healthier foods for the kids because now I'm interested in it.
Okay.
Before I could care less about eating healthy. Do you know what I mean? I just cared about eating what I liked and what made me happy. But now I can see myself seasoning my chicken really well and then grilling it and making interesting salads and doing things that will make them taste different and whatnot. I see myself just making healthier choices for breakfast, like granolas and, things like that. Definitely eating more fruits. Before, when I drank a smoothie, it would be because it tasted good, like it was a treat. Now I'm going to drink it because it's healthy for me and I want to energize my body with fruits. So right now, one of my favorite smoothies is mango, pineapple, and blueberry with coconut milk. Before, I would do ice cream and strawberries and maybe throw in a little bit of sugar, or strawberries with ice and, put a lot of water and a lot of sugar. And it would just be like a treat. But now I wouldn't add any sugar. I wouldn't add any, what is that, agave? That blue thing. Yeah, I won't add any agave, like nothing.
No honey,
just pure,
nothing. Right.
No honey, no nothing. Just pure fruit and coconut milk. So I'm absolutely going to make healthier choices, but I also want to do it many days out of the week, and I want to eat a lot more fish. But I'm going to have to cook my own fish because I usually don't enjoy other people's fish. Fish, whenever we go out to eat, and I say to myself, all right, I'm going to order fish. I'm going to try a new fish. It's always bland. It has no taste. Oh, it's a light fish. It's a flaky fish. It's a this fish. No, it has no taste. Where's the salt? You know what I mean?
Right.
And I never enjoy it. But we've had some good fish. I would say right before the detox, we've had really, really good fish. So I think I want to learn better ways to make fish and incorporate, and we talked about this a long time ago after watching What the Health. I want to incorporate eating fish in more of a pescatarian type of base. For me, I don't necessarily want to do a vegan base, but definitely like a pescatarian kind of base for me, and healthy choices other than that. And then maybe I'll indulge with steak and maybe an occasional fried food or whatever on the weekend. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that too. So let's see how this works out. Let's get through Monday, get to Monday first, and then we'll go from there. So Monday we'll be back on track, and I'm excited about it because I know you're supposed to possibly give up meat, but no, I want to go to Tao. And you asked the first place I want to go. I want to go to Tao.
Yeah, I want to go to Tao.
I want to go to Tao or either Jade. I like both of those restaurants, and I want the Chilean sea bass.
Well, hold on.
Red snapper.
So if you guys are in the New York area or in
lobster
Vegas,
fried rice with no vegetables.
This is what we order from Tao, and for me, it is amazing, and I absolutely am on par with you. I want it to be our first meal on Monday night. Definitely the Chilean sea bass skewers. The best Chilean sea bass I've ever eaten in my life. The sauce that they use is incredible, and as soon as you sink your teeth into it melts like butter onto your tongue.
So freaking
it is
amazing.
Incredible. And anytime that we take someone to Tao to dinner and they've never had the Chilean sea bass skewers, I always wait. I watch them take the first bite because I just want to see them close their eyes and imagine that their eyes are rolling back, and then watch them chew slowly. But we order that. We order the tuna over crispy rice. I love that. As far as rolls, we get their crispy lobster roll which is great.
Right.
And one of my favorites, I mean, this is like incredible for me. They're fried red snapper. They take the snapper, the body with the eyes and everything. They fry it. They pretty much gut the fish and then chop the meat into chunks. They take the fish and they form it into a circle on your plate. And then they take the fried chunks and they fill the circle. And then it's served with like a spicy sauce for dipping. It is phenomenal.
Amazing.
Phenomenal.
Love that shit, yes.
Those are my favorites, but we also sometimes get the filet mignon. We also sometimes get the duck. I love when people make a food recommendation or a restaurant recommendation for me. So there goes one for you guys if you live near a Tao.
Right, absolutely. So that's going to be the first meal. But now, let's get to the podcast. We told, I guess we started the podcast. We told a lot of shit was going on.
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot of emails and I want to get to.
A lot of emails? You want to get to a lot of emails?
No, I didn't say I want to get to a lot of emails. I said people sent a lot of emails. There's a difference, okay?
Okay, so what do you want to get to?
Slow your roll.
Ew.
All right, let me see which one I want to start with. They're both good. One or two?
Two.
Okay. Hey. Am I wrong to leave after back and forth about having sex and not having sex? Excuse me. Hey, I was listening to the podcast from April 19th. Is this the one? Oh, yeah. From April 19th. And one of the questions struck a chord with me. Now, you got to listen to these in details, all right? Because this is a long one.
Okay.
I'm 23. I was with my girl from freshman year of high school on and off until maybe 2 months ago. Roughly 10 years. She is super religious to the point where she didn't want to have sex until she was married. She is so amazingly beautiful, which is why I initially was interested in her, and we ended up falling in love. We were both virgins when we started dating, and I told her that I wanted to lose my virginity before I graduated high school, which did end up happening when I was 17 and she was 18. All of a sudden, she starts saying she doesn't want to have sex anymore until she's married, etc., etc. I'm not down with that because, as I said, she's super religious and her parents are too. So for 3+ years of high school, our relationship was tethered to the school bus in which we met and nothing else. This is his writing, not mine. We ended up breaking up and she moves away for college for a year. She comes back and hits me up. I find out not only had she had a new boyfriend, they were having sex and living together for a time. I ended up taking her back. At this point, we're like 6 years into our relationship because now he's adding the high school shit. And to make a long story short, the exact same thing happens again as far as her not wanting to have sex and me not being down with it. So we break up again. Long story short, she hit me up around Hurricane Harvey and I felt sentimental about that. And we started dating again. I found out she's had another boyfriend who is currently her coworker and she had sex with. Again, I take her back. Mind you, every time we start talking again, we're having sex at the beginning. Then it just ends after like 2 months to her not wanting to have sex again until we get married. Here's the catch. She says she wants to finish school before she gets married, and she changed her major, so we're taking at least 2+ years of no sex. Am I wrong for leaving this almost 10-year relationship? You want me to start or you want to start?
Feel free.
Dog, I would leave. No, I would leave. Like, don't play them fucking games with me. Like, if you're going to stick by what you want, I will respect you if I feel that way. If you want to say, okay, this is something I feel, this is religious, I will stand by that. Okay, cool. Let's wait till we're married. But don't.
Hold on. Let's start there. Do you see yourself at that age being able to wait till marriage? Let's just be realistic. I want to know what you really think.
Honestly, if it's somebody who, in this situation, who I'm in love with, who I know, who I feel.
Let's say it was me. Let's say I wanted to wait till marriage.
Yeah, I would wait. I would definitely wait. I would feel like I know you, that you are everything that I want in a woman. And if that was something that you wanted to do because of religious reasons or whatever it may have been, I would say, okay, I understand that. I respect it. And I would wait for us to get married.
Okay. I just wanted to get that out of the way. I wanted to know. Continue.
Now with this guy, it's something different, right? You're not going to say, okay, we can have sex. Okay, I changed my mind. I want to wait. Okay, I respect it. All right, let's wait. We break up. Then the next man dicks you down crazy.
He didn't say crazy.
You suck his dick and all that other shit crazy.
He didn't say that either. And he definitely didn't say crazy.
And then when I come back in the picture, you're like, no, let's wait. What kind of game are we playing?
He allowed her. She allowed him to have sex with her
for a little bit, and then says, "Now I want to wait."
Said no. Mm-hmm.
What kind of? This is a game. Is Ashton Kutcher going to jump out?
I don't think she's playing a game.
Am I punked? You're not going to give me a little bit and then say, "Okay, no more," until we get married. But excuse me, when the fuck are we getting married? Is it going to be tomorrow? Is it 10 years from now? Oh, you want to finish school and you just changed your major, so that must be 3 years of me jerking off. Okay, all right. If that's the case, you're going to catch this in your eye every night. Every night, I'm going to jizz right in your eye until you realize this needs to go in your vagina. Like, come on. I know this is very hardcore and very nasty, but it's the truth. There is no way in hell you're going to let these other guys smash and dick you down, and then you give me a little bit of time and then say, no, let's wait. Like, what kind of game is this?
No, I don't think she's playing a game. I don't think it's about a game. She has nothing to gain.
What is she fucking me? And then all of a sudden it's like, well, I changed my mind.
No.
I was reading the Bible. Like, the first time you did that, I understand. The second time, I might be like, The third time, you're fucking playing me now.
No, you know what? I don't think that she's playing any kind of game. I just think that she's conflicted.
I need you to do me a favor, right? Just talk a little loud, right? Because I got to go to the bathroom. You just gave me a fucking smoothie, and I didn't go to the bathroom.
You're kidding.
I got to pee.
Rashawn, just hold it.
No, I can't hold
seriously.
it that long. No, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. And to the person who listened last week, and I left to go use the bathroom, you're right. I did not wash my hands, and I'm going to wash my hands today. You're right. I did not wash my hands.
Now I got to sterilize that mic?
No, I did not wash my hands. So go ahead, baby.
So now I got to pretend that you're sitting here while I stare at the headboard?
I can hear you go.
All right, well, I guess I'll just talk to you guys. So anyway, I don't think that she's playing games at all. I think that she's conflicted. I think that she has true and serious convictions about her religion, but like most humans, she's weak and she falls victim to that weakness. And I think that maybe, because you have to think, she was with the emailer for a long time, and it's different. Like for me, I've only been with Rashawn. So
I'm back.
Okay, I don't know how do I put this.
Feel that?
You just really flicked water on me.
That's it.
I should get up and punch you.
That's so everybody knows I wash my hands. Go ahead.
You just flicked me with water?
Yeah, so I could tell everybody I wash my hands. Go ahead. I was listening.
Oh, how do I put this? I don't know if you heard what I said.
I did.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So for her, she's been with him for a minute, right? And they've been on again, off again.
10 years in total.
But she knows him and she's used to him and comfortable with him. I think that when you're with new people, kind of like what Chris Rock said, right? There's no bleep like new bleep.
Right. No pussy like no pussy.
Yes, I think that people would have been able to fill that in without
just in case they didn't get
it.
Just in case,
right? I think it's the same thing for females. I think that for me personally, and being honest, let's say that something happened, something extreme happened, and we broke up.
Okay,
for instance, and I was with a new man. Let's say, I found myself in a new relationship. I don't know if I would know what to do with myself because I'm so used to you and how you do everything and whatnot, and things that might have held true for our relationship might not hold true for a new relationship because it's a whole new experience. It's a whole new person. If it's a good relationship, there might be a whole new magic. So who knows? I can see her being with someone new and then losing her convictions because maybe a new person might have brought out something different in her.
So a new person bring out excitement, but I'm just bored, so we got to wait till you get married?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying that he's boring.
I didn't say that. But
what I'm saying is, but I definitely think that a new person brings out a new excitement.
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Which can incite weakness in a person. So she may have her convictions and she may hold really strong to it and then meet a new person and they may get like all in the throes of love, and then she just be like, bleep it.
But what about my hard penis? Huh? I'm going to have a hard penis for 2 years?
I think that it'd be easier for her to hold her convictions with the person that she's been with for a long time, and the excitement has kind of mellowed out than with a new person.
What about me?
That's pretty much what I'm trying to say.
How do I hold my nut for that long? Like, that's not fair to give me a taste and then just stop. That's like giving a kid sugar and then say, you can never have no more in your life. Then you shouldn't even let me taste the sugar.
I'm not saying that it's good for the male in her life. I'm not saying that he should just rock with it, her going back and forth. I'm just identifying what I think that the problem is from her point of view. She's weak. Mm-hmm. She's weak. So she probably gives in to those urges and those desires. Clearly, she hasn't been having a whole lot of sex because she's been battling back and forth with this for a minute. So I think when she gets with the new guy, she pretty much lets her guard down, succumbs to all of these desires and whatnot, and then it's like, damn, I shouldn't have done that. And then says, you know what, we can't do that anymore. And then maybe he might feel away, and then the old thing comes back, slides in, they get back together. The same thing. She's probably thinking, all right, well, I already screwed up, the plan that I had going, and, I'd like to feel him. I'd like to, be involved or be intimate with him, do it, and then feel bad again and be like, you know what, I shouldn't have done that. We can't do this anymore. So I just think that she's kind of on the seesaw.
Let me ask you a question, right? Mm-hmm. If a kid does something, touches the stove.
Here we go.
Right?
Go ahead.
Take it out of the kid's touch the stove.
No, you can go ahead. The kid touches the stove.
Let's say you tell Jackson, I don't want you to touch this picture frame, right? Mm-hmm. And the first time you tell him about it, and he says, okay, Mom. The second time he touches it, you might give him another chance and say, you know what, Jackson? You talk a little stern. You're like, I told you, do not touch that again. Okay, Mommy. The third time he touches it, you got to do something. You got to pop his hand, right?
So you want him to pop her hand?
No. He has to do something, though.
Jizz in her eye.
No, that's the second time she jizzed in the eye.
Come on, Rashawn.
Third time, he can't allow this to happen. If he wants to have sex, that's cool. And now I understand that that's what she wants, but don't play the game with me. Don't say...
I don't think she's playing a game.
No, you can't.
You keep labeling it as a game.
No, that's a game.
No, because you calling it a game pretty much insinuates that she has something to gain from it.
The first time,
like, that is her. That's her. What she's looking to accomplish at the end of it. No, she's not accomplishing anything, and I don't think that she's holding it or dangling it in front of his face like a carrot.
She is.
No,
the first time it wasn't.
No, I think it is her
own.
The
third time is not.
Babe, I think that it is her own confliction. That is what the problem is. It's not that she has anything to gain from this. Right. She's not dangling a carrot in front of his face.
Well, bro, if I was you, I would take something from her.
So see, now you want to play a game.
Yeah, I want to play a game.
You're advising him to play a game. Yes. You shouldn't play games.
Don't eat her box if I don't know if that is required, if that's involves sex or if it's just intercourse. Definitely don't eat the box. Definitely when y'all go out, I wouldn't even take out.
That's bad advice.
I wouldn't even take out.
You're advising him to spite her.
I would eat whatever she doesn't like. Let's say she's allergic to seafood, order seafood every day.
So that she can break out in hives and so that her throat can close up.
Well, she's not sucking it, so if her throat closes up a little bit.
Doesn't matter if she can breathe or not to you.
Yeah, just a little bit. But I wouldn't play, like, enough's enough. You need to have that conversation, like, this is ridiculous. Like, you're not going to play that game with me every time. Like, you can't give me some and then all of a sudden say, no, you can never have it ever again until we get married, and that might be 3-5 years.
5 years.
I mean, we don't know. Or it might not happen at all. I can be investing my sperm into this relationship because I'm not busting nuts. I could be investing my time in this relationship, and then all of a sudden you're like, you know what? This is not where I want to go. So for 3 years, I held out not having sex with you.
Oh, so you're not investing the sperm. You mean holding back, like not being able to ejaculate. You're basically saying that you might go through all this and then have nothing at the end.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So well, I would definitely have that conversation. And if you do want to have sex, because I think it's game. Gia does it.
You think it's what?
I think it's a game. She's playing, and
I don't think she's playing.
I would have that conversation, and it might be you might have to walk for a little bit. Maybe she has to leave. Oh, she might have to miss that penis for a little bit and realize
she doesn't want the penis.
There's a reason why she keeps coming back. There is a reason why she keeps coming back.
It's interesting. He didn't say that he loves her, did he?
Yes, he said they fell in love. Yeah,
they fell in love, but I heard she's so beautiful.
He said that's how they first met because I thought she was beautiful. Then we fell in love, and that was in high school.
Yeah, but he didn't say things like she's this or she's that or she's so this or so that. I don't know. I don't know if he's as attached to her as we're giving the content of the email attention as though he's so attached to her, but I didn't necessarily get that. But for the fact that he keeps going back, but really what I heard or what stood out to me was that he seemed infatuated with her, and maybe the push-pull might be a little subconsciously enticing to him.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? But my bottom line is this. If you love her, I think that you should have a conversation with her and get to the bottom line. Like, are we going to have sex? Are we not going to have sex? Like, I need to get with whatever program it is that you're putting forth.
Right.
Because I need to wrap my mind around it, and it has to settle with me, and I have to be okay with it. But once we decide that, we can't change. Like, if we're going to have sex, then we need to have sex. If we're not, then that's okay, but that's what it's going to be. But I need to know that you're with me for the long run.
Right.
Because just like you said, in 2 years, I don't want to have a conversation with you where you're telling me, oh, this isn't really for me, or we grew apart. Like, no, let's figure out what we're doing. Are we each other's person? Like, is it our plan to get married? Are we going to plan a future together? Because I'm a girl, and you couldn't tell me we're not going to have sex for 2 years.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, especially if there was no future plan. So make sure that there's a future plan there, and that you and her are on the same page about ending up together.
Absolutely.
That's number one. And number two, if you do have that conversation and she says, okay, well, I don't want to have sex, then you need to decide if it's for you or not.
Absolutely.
You need to decide if you can really do that for the next couple of years. And if you can't, it's okay. That's not something to beat yourself up over. If that is one of your desires and that is the lifestyle that you want to live as a 23-year-old, young out there in the world, and you obviously have feelings, you get aroused. And if you want to be in an intimate relationship, that's your right to do that as well. And if the relationship's not for you, then you can just subtract yourself from the relationship. And then maybe she can move on with someone that has similar beliefs as her.
Right. So, I mean, I agree with you. I would have that conversation, and I would start with, don't play games with me.
Don't take that advice, because I would be very offended if I were her. And then that's going to take precedent in the conversation over the real issue. Her trying to explain to you that she's not playing games and you don't respect her. And
don't play games with me.
Whatever. I disagree with you.
All right. Well, good luck.
Good luck. Let us know how it turns out.
Absolutely. Now let's go to the next email. This is a long one too. All right. Dear Envy and Gia, I absolutely love your podcast and have been binging it from the beginning. Gia, you are the big sister I never had. Aww. Sorry for the long email, but here it goes. My boyfriend and I have been together for almost 3 years, and we both have no kids. From the beginning of our relationship, he told me he was cool with a couple of his exes. A little more than a year into our relationship, he asked me repeatedly if I wanted to go to a concert of an artist I can't stand, who he loves, and I said no. I wouldn't want to waste my time on that. So he said fine, he'll go with his brother. Yes, I should have went, and I apologized later, but I thought everything was cool at the time. Coming to find out, he lied to me and went with his ex. Little things since has come up about the frequency in which they see each other. They dated over 10 years ago for only a very small amount of time. Yeah, he swears everything is platonic now. I believe him when he said there is no physical aspect, but the emotional component makes me uncomfortable. Before we got together, he would travel with her and would see her weekly. Now he sees her monthly at her house with her family, or she goes over his family's house. This past Christmas, I found out he bought her a Christmas gift card, and I got pissed for obvious reasons, but also because we've been struggling financially. We got into a fight and conditioned we got into a fight, and the condition he agreed to move forward is that he wouldn't see her physically anymore. Turns out he was lying for the past 3 months, and he has been continuing to see her monthly. He had every intention of abiding by the condition, and he said he did for a month. But he went over there after an argument we had and says that I'm too controlling. He says it's not about her, but about me trying to take his freedom away. I'm at a crossroads and about to walk away.
That's that G. Go ahead.
He says I have no reason to be worried about their relationship because they are truly just friends and haven't had sex in over 7 years, and he has been 100% faithful to me. He really did apologize for lying, but said that he can't guarantee that he won't see her. I just don't know if that's enough. Am I overreacting? Everything else in our relationship is great. Love you guys.
Do not fall for that mind trick. Am I overreacting? See, that bothers me. When a person's game, no. When a guy's game is so good that the truth is staring you in the face, but you are in this matrix where you ask yourself, am I overreacting? No, you are absolutely, positively not overreacting. Everything, in my opinion, everything that he said about that relationship is BS. It's absolute, positive BS. I'm not going to say that a male and a female can't be friends. Mm-hmm. I've had male friends that I looked at as strictly platonic, and I know that they looked at as strictly platonic. It's absolutely possible. But when your man is going behind your back to see another female, lying to you about seeing another female, that's an extreme measure to be in the company of another female. To me, that means that there's another component. That means that something else is going on emotionally. I'm not saying that he has slept with the girl. I have zero opinion where that's concerned, but I absolutely, as you would say, positively believe that he's emotionally invested in that girl some way or another. And then he's going to tell you, oh, it's not about, the relationship with her. It's the fact that you're trying to take away my freedom. No, when you're in a relationship, you don't have that kind of freedom. You don't have the kind of freedom where you can just pick up your keys, get in your car, and go chill at another female's house and spend time with her and her family and buy her Christmas gifts that doesn't say from him and me. No, I'm sorry. You're buying secret Christmas gifts that I find out after the fact. If there's nothing to hide, then ain't no hiding going on. If he's hiding it, it means that there's something else sinister there that you're not supposed to know about, and rightfully so.
See,
tell me you disagree with me. You just said see like you disagree with me. Now I got to sit up.
Let me tell you something.
Now I got to stare you in the face.
Now tell me. Now let me explain something to you.
Go ahead with that BS. Rashawn, don't start BSing.
Let me tell you something, right?
I can tell by your tone.
What?
It's about to be some BS. Now I got to sit crisscross applesauce, Indian style, in the bed and stare you in the face.
Now, let me ask you a question. You had
Let me give you an answer.
You had a bunch of friends that you were cool with, male friends, right?
Yes.
All right. And when we started dating, you cut them off. Why'd you cut them off? I'll answer it for you because I made you cut them off because I was too controlling.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. Now,
and I also wanted to be respectful of you and your feelings.
Right. But the main thing was I was too controlling in our relationship.
Hold on. No. I have to stop you right there. Did it mean that you were too controlling?
Yes.
Hold on. You were absolutely too controlling, not because of that in and of itself, but because of a lot of other reasons as well. So in its totality, you were too controlling.
I was.
But do you think if that was the only aspect of your controlling nature, do you think that it would be right to slap the label of controlling on you?
Yes.
Go ahead. I'm interested to hear the rest of what you have to say.
Now, as I was saying, I was rudely interrupted.
Can you stop talking all sexy like that? Like, can you amp up your voice a little bit?
No. I'm just talking. So now let me ask you. Now, me being a grown man. And now I'm secure in my space.
Oh, here we go with the lies. Oh my gosh. Don't let me pull up a previous podcast where you said some things that is going to absolutely contradict what you're about to say.
Let me finish what I'm
That's
saying.
like a little warning. Don't embarrass yourself
Let me finish what I'm
right
saying.
now.
So let's name one of your friends that you grew up with. Name one. Brent.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You have this friend named Brent that was one of your best friends growing up.
Yes.
And, you know, if Brent was a friend now
Mm-hmm.
and me and you are married,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind you hanging out with Brent.
You're a dirty liar.
Yeah, you're right. I'm lying. Fuck that shit. But I'm too controlling though.
Hold on. Do you think you're still controlling? You're not controlling anymore.
I'm not controlling, but I
Can you
am.
stop rubbing your friggin' leg? I need you to stop rubbing your leg. Oh my gosh. I don't think that they can hear it, but that is like sandpaper
It's a sexy leg.
to me. Stop it. Go ahead.
I rub my butt then. Now, let me ask you. So, you know, yeah, I'm a jealous person though. I'm a Virgo and I'm very jealous, but not everybody's jealous.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say that this was his friend and they're not having sex and this is a close friend of theirs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, this is my friend. And, you know, this is somebody I known for a long time. We talk about everything. No, we don't date anymore. It didn't work, but that's cool. Now you come in the picture and we're dating and now you just want me to get rid of my friend. But he might be looking at it like, bitch, I don't know where this is going to go. So why am I going to get rid of my friend who's a real friend of mine who I'm not fucking with like that, but just gives me advice over you who seems crazy, who seems you're not going to be in the picture for a couple of years.
Did he say how long? Did she say how long they've been together?
No, I could pull it right back up right now. Hold on, let me tell you.
Because that's important.
Yeah. Together for almost 3 years.
Almost 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Sorry, that doesn't fly.
What?
They haven't been together for 6 or 7 months where he has to cut off all of his friends or, you know, the first 6, 7 months, maybe even up to the first year, you're still negotiating your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm okay with, what you're okay with, what my personality's like, what your personality's like, what I'm willing to tolerate, what you're willing to tolerate. That's the negotiation process. And sometimes it can go a little bit longer, but after about a year, you kind of know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of people get engaged after 2 years. In about 2 years, you have a good enough sense of a person usually to kind of know if that person can be a life partner or not. You might not be ready to pull the trigger and propose or to accept a proposal, but you kind of have an idea about whether you like a person enough or are in love with the person enough to spend the rest of their
Maybe he's not
your
there
life.
with that. Maybe he's not there
No,
with
that's
that.
fine. But what I'm saying is 3 years into a relationship, you're in a serious bleeping relationship.
Maybe she thinks it's
You
serious.
understand?
Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's still
It doesn't
playing the
matter.
field.
No, 3 years. But that's my point. If he's still playing the field, then she needs to take these context clues and understand that these conversations that they're having about his quote unquote friend is bullshit.
What? I mean, he might not be smashing her. He might not be fucking
He
her.
might not be.
That might be just his
But
close
why is it so important to you to prioritize your friend over your girl, over your woman?
friend. Wait, I don't think he's what's the
Yeah,
word?
prioritizing.
I can't get that word. I prioritize. There you go. I don't think he asked her. He said, "Babe, you wanna come to this concert with me?" And she was like, "Fuck no, I don't like
She
that
didn't
artist."
say F no, I don't like that artist.
And
She
he was
said
like-
I'm not going.
He was like, he called his brother, "Yo, bro, I got an extra ticket because this bitch don't want to go."
he didn't call his brother.
Yes, you don't know what he did. This is probably what
He
happened.
said he was going with
Hold
his
on.
brother. She
Hold on.
found out that he was going with his ex.
Hold on. He probably called his brother, and his brother was like, "Nah, I can't. I gotta work." So he's like, "All right." Boom. The girl calls like, "Yeah, what's up?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm about to go to this concert by myself because nobody wants to go with me." I'll go. All right, let's go.
And you think the let's go is cool?
Nope.
Because if I want to go somewhere and you're out of town and you can't accompany me, is it cool if I call up one of my potential male friends to accompany me?
What male friend would you call up?
Doesn't matter.
Go name one.
It doesn't matter.
Name one.
I don't have any right
Exactly.
now.
Exactly.
But if I did,
Exactly.
But if I wanted a couple of male friends, I'm sure I could get some right quick.
No.
Right or wrong?
No.
Right or wrong? Okay. So let's say I called up a potential male friend and went. Would that be okay?
Let me ask you a
Of
question.
course it wouldn't be okay.
Remember
Can we stop playing games?
When we were in college, right, and you tried to go out without me, what did I do?
Stalked me, then hunted me down and created a conflict.
Oh, besides that, I would take all your clothes and lock it in one room.
So this is what we're promoting right now?
Oh, no, you're right.
Is that what that's what's happening
I'm
right
sorry,
now?
I went back to my old days. Just let me woo-side out of this. Woo-side.
Okay. So the bottom line is, let's get back to what I was saying. he's prioritizing his friend over his woman.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there is no good that you can conjure out of that.
So if you had a male friend, right, and that y'all were cool with, best friends, brother and sister.
They weren't best friends. They were boyfriend and girlfriend. Yeah. They had a relatively short-lived relationship. They broke up. Yeah. He moved on, and now he's with this girl.
Okay.
And that is his person for 3 years.
All right, you're right. You can lay
now
that down
you
now.
want now. No, let's just be honest, and because the beauty of this is you're the male point of view.
I am.
So it might be something that I don't see. So let's make sure we pick it apart properly so that she has a good plethora of information to take from this so she can make a decision. Because I was instantly annoyed when she said, am I taking this too far? Am I overreacting? He said,
so he can't have a female
friend?
friend?
It's not even about that. It's about you're trying to withhold my freedom from me. Like, my head would have spun like The Exorcist if you ever said some stupid shit like that to me.
Don't look at me like that.
No, but that's like, because that's like that mind trick. Oh. And people fall for it because when you're in a relationship, get that out of my face.
I'm trying to flashlight on you. Don't yell at me.
I'm about to fight you. But, it's just like you're in a relationship and you're in love. And sometimes, and I'm going to say these men, I'm sure women are guilty of it too, but I'm representing the female point of view right here. Like, men can be so convincing and like, yeah, it's not me, it's you. You forced me to do that. Like, stupid things like that.
Females
and
do it too.
I'm sure they do. I just said that.
Do it all the time.
I just threw that disclaimer out.
Make sure they know that.
Yeah, no, but I'm just representing the female point of view
right now, and I'm nice and calm and cool. But go ahead.
And that's good. But no, but that actually upsets me. That upsets me when a guy will have you thinking like, yeah, I cheated because, like your body's not right and you won't hit the gym. And if I left you, nobody would want you anyway. Like, men famously use those type of lines on women. So then women go and they cower in a corner and they're thinking to themselves like, oh my gosh, am I not attractive? Am I not beautiful? Is that true? Oh my God, maybe he's right. Nobody would want me. It's like these mind tricks that are always pulled. And
hold on.
What?
You almost just want to say one thing.
What?
But girls do that too. Girls do the same thing.
I didn't say that they don't.
You got a little dick. And
I don't think that.
No girl, no woman that ever wants you.
I don't know.
You got a bald spot in the back of your head.
That doesn't.
You ain't even got a real job. I take care of all
maybe
your
the real
shit.
Job thing.
I take care of all
maybe the
your
real
shit.
job thing.
And you don't even make me come. You fake it. You ain't never gonna get another girl. Okay.
No, but see, I don't think that girls are really out there talking about men's bald spots, their receding hairlines, and their small willies. It's just not something that you really hear people talk about. But the things that I mentioned and 1,000 other examples that are similar in nature happen a lot in relationships. We can't get to every email because we only do 2 a week, but I read a lot of them and I read a lot of the DMs, and it's a ploy. It's a ploy. And I think that females really have to take a step back and understand, like, your intuition, in my opinion, is usually what you rock with. Like, if in this relationship, we can get into an argument about something and I'm not budging from my initial intuition.
But sometimes your intuition is absolutely positively wrong.
Of course you would say that it's absolutely positively wrong. And of course you would sit here on this mic and say out loud that it's absolutely positively wrong. But I always rock with my intuition. If something gives me a bad feeling, or I don't like something that you said, or something that you said makes me think that, you're going down this path with your thoughts or whatever it is, I always believe in my intuition. And I think that she knows that it's not okay. And like I said, I'm not saying that he is having sex with her, but there's something really appealing about the time spent with her that makes him want to do it repeatedly.
Right.
And so much so to the point that he's doing it even though you don't support it, and he's doing it and lying to you about it. Spending time with her family. No. For me, that's not okay. And because it was born out of that nature, for me, as his female, it could never be right. Like, that relationship would have to stop in its tracks or else I'd be gone.
Okay.
Pick a side, pick a side.
I understand what you're saying, and I agree. If it is a problem, she needs to have the conversation and be honest and say, I don't like this. This is a bothersome to me. How would you feel if I was hanging out with my ex And
you know what he's going to say? I'd be cool with it.
And that's what
I'd
she
be
should
all
do.
right because it's part of the ploy.
And then what she should do is she should, if she ain't got a cute ex, she should hire a cute
See, you're
ex.
doing too much. With you, it's all about the games. It's not about games. It's not about games. It's about reality. Real talk. I'm going to sit here on this couch with you. I'm going to look you in your face. You're going to look me in my face. And we're going to figure out what is it going to be.
Right. But like
you
I
make
said,
a decision.
Like I said, if it bothers you, you
And
need
hold
to
on
have
a
that
minute. And
conversation.
I'd be pissed off that I'd even have to have a conversation with him to tell him that he has to choose between me and a friend because it shouldn't even be a conversation. So that would irritate me as well.
You getting all hyphy with me, moving your hands like a little sister, moving on your snapping your neck and shit with me.
Anyway, that would upset me.
See what you did? You just got us arguing now. Now I'm not gonna get no ass later on. Thanks.
Now you're going to get some later on.
I know.
So anyway, what I'm trying to say is I wouldn't be going to the ends of the earth in this conversation. Like, it's very simple. And I wouldn't entertain any of the bullshit that comes out of his mouth. But like, at the end of the day, I don't like it. It doesn't make me feel comfortable. It does not make me happy. It makes me feel a certain way towards you in this relationship. It's not conducive to our relationship. It doesn't put us on a good path. It's doing nothing but having a negative effect on us.
Wow.
You can call it whatever you want to call it. You can call it my insecurity. You can call me crazy. You can say nothing is going on and it's pointless. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you call it. Maybe I'm all of those things. Maybe I'm none of them. But at the end of the day, this is how I feel. So
like
either you get with the program and we move on with our relationship, or you don't and it stops right here. Call it what you want.
Kind of like,
but we're not going to sit here and have a conversation and go back and forth about you talking about your freedom and whatnot. Because you know what? When you get into a relationship, you forego some of that freedom.
Right.
Because if I wanted to be 100% free, then guess what? I'd be friggin' single.
I got you. So you don't like it. It doesn't do nothing for the relationship.
It holds it back.
It doesn't feel good and it holds you back. So it's kind of like anal.
Awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Think about it.
No, I don't want to think about it.
You said you don't like it.
I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I think I wrapped that up all right. I think we can end it right now. What's your obsession with butts? Like, what is going? Why do you talk? Like, what is going on? Can we have this conversation right now?
There's nothing. It just popped up on my mind. You got a nice ass, and I think about it all the time.
I have a skinny ass right now.
Yeah. It's a small pounder right now, but it'll get back as soon as you eat that steak on
It's
Monday.
a quarter of a quarter pounder.
It's a quarter of a quarter pounder right now.
I'm going to get it back. What'd you say, 7 days?
Yes.
Okay, 7 days. I'm going to get it back. All right, we're good.
All right. Well,
Just tell the world you agree with me.
I agree.
Okay, good. All right, then you can come kiss me.
Okay.
And we can relieve all of this animosity in the room right now. What's her name?
I got something for you to kiss.
What's her name?
I don't know her name. I think it was anonymous.
Just
Let me
check really quick.
Yes, it's anonymous.
Okay, anonymous. I wish you well, and I hope everything works out. Do me a favor. DM me if you choose to have that conversation with him. DM me and let me know how it goes. This one, I really want to know.
Okay. All right. Well, it's time to get up out of here, baby.
Okay.
Good luck. We wish you the best. All right.
I feel like a thermometer personified. Like now, like the mercury is starting to go down in the glass. Yeah, that's how I feel right now.
All right. Well, also, you know what?
Talking about it's about my freedom. You don't have a whole lot of freedom when you're in a relationship. Well, I'm sorry, I just regressed. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, it's time to get up out of here. I want to shout out to Meek Mill. Meek Mill has been released, so he just was released. So welcome home, Meek Mill.
Okay, hold on a minute. So we didn't do pillow talk. So I really don't know about this. You just told me about that in the car. So can we just talk about that really quick?
What's that?
The fact that he was released. What was going on with the judge and all that stuff?
Okay, so this is in a quick story. So Meek Mill, maybe 10 years ago, he did a crime. And, well, he allegedly did a crime. The cop who arrested him, you going to stop showing me your titties? Now, the cop, are you listening? Because if not, I don't have to tell you. The cop who arrested him was found out to be a crooked cop.
I'm sorry, what was he arrested for?
It was some type of a gun transaction in Philly.
A gun or a drug transaction? What does that mean?
I don't know if it was a gun charge, if it was a drug charge. It was one or the other.
Okay, something. Mm-hmm.
But anyway, he was put on probation for 10 years. and his probation officer, he violated probation by I think smoking weed or whatever it was. So he got a judge, and the judge kind of like, it seemed like she had a thing for him, like just did not like him, was like on top of him like no other, doing things that other judges wouldn't do.
Like what?
Like for instance, he had to do a community service event. The judge on her day off went to the community service event to see if he was really there.
The judge did that? Not the probation officer, the judge.
Yes.
Wow.
She allegedly pulled him in the office and was like, I want you to do Boys to Men on Bending Knee Over and Shout Me Out. She allegedly told him, I want you to go back to your old manager that I'm cool with instead of Rock Nation with Jay-Z. Like, she did a couple of things allegedly that you just don't do. It just violates everything that you're doing. And so what happened?
That's crazy.
So what happened?
It almost seems unbelievable.
Yeah, it does.
How old is she?
I don't know. I don't know. So there was an altercation in the airport where they say Meek Mill was actually breaking up a fight. And just because he had connection with police, because police came, that violated his probation. And then also when he was popping wheelie in New York City.
Video shoot.
Yeah, she said that violated his probation. But both those charges were dropped. So there was no conviction, but she still violated his probation and put him back in jail. Even though the prosecuting attorney was like, I don't think that he should be back in jail. Now the prosecuting attorney is the one that should be saying he should be in jail, but he was like, no, I agree with Meek. He should not be in jail.
Right.
And the judge was like, pretty much like, nah, fuck that. He's going back in jail. And not only is he going back in jail, he's going to sit there until the next court date. No bond, no bail. Then when it came out that the cop that, was a dirty cop that did the drug transaction 10 years ago, it should have been dropped, or it should have been like, you're free into the next court. She was like, nah, he's still going to sit. The governor went and visited him. The mayor went and visited him. So many different people went to visit him from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, over the judge. And now he was finally released. So
why was he finally released?
I don't know why he was finally released, but I mean, they were fighting to get him released. And I can't believe the judge really stood her ground like that, just, being
that she would put her integrity and her reputation as a judge on the line just to stick it to him. It's kind of like a person that cuts off their nose to spite their face.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So he just got out today?
He just got out today. Just
now.
All right. So welcome home, Meek Millie. And it's time to get up out of here. All right. I'm DJ Envy.
And I am Gia Casey.
And that was another edition of the KC Crew.
Toodles.